What's good, YouTube family? This your guy, DJ Bless One. Thank you for watching another episode of I Smoke Hip Hop Live. We need to get started with this, man. So Meek Mill goes on an intro of things, and he basically goes on his typical usual Twitter finger rants, but this time he turned into Brother Meek X. And it kind of got a little cringe on from there. Some things are gonna have some truth to it, but I guess whose is coming from should always matter, who that messenger is. And he went from that X and then also turned and flipped into Al Sharpton, aka Foul Sharpton. It was a lot going on yesterday with Meek Mill, so let's break this down. And before we get started, I need y'all to just do us quick little favor, man. Smash that like button, hit the notification bell. If you're subscribed already, unsubscribe and subscribe again. You know we give hard-hitting actual edit videos over here with receipts. Don't cap yourself out. So on today's episode, we have to show what Meek Mill has been doing. If you guys don't know, Meek Mill ran through the loops on the internet, and he basically said he's going to hire private investigators to see who's been doing this cyber attack against black artists and leaders. He said, I just hired investigators to see who's been starting these cyber attacks against me. This man's mind is so gone that he's misspelling words, man. Since I ain't the grammar police, we'll give him a pass. We all are guilty of that. But he goes deep into it and he doesn't stop there. Now, he brings Kodak Black into it. He says a big company powered, I know the perk was fake, but I still ate. Now we praying for Yak Mental. Little bruh need his people. Y'all think his ish a game? They have our people totally distracted. I've never been sweet or a rat. I'ma die like that and I'ma forever step. Now, what makes this disingenuous is the fact that Meek, you have yet to call out Little Rod or the people who's involved in this situation who actually made these allegations come about. There's no need for any investigators. The man who called out Diddy, you, and Usher and said you were in an entanglement of a threesome, that's the man who said all these things. Whether he was paid or not, you have yet to address them. You've been calling everybody out. You know what? I'm going to stay reserved and fall back and stick to the yak part. Why would you say these things about Kodak Black if he has yet to say he's a drug head or not? He may say bars and lyrics, but you don't know what's true or not. So you are being messy, sir. To use investigators to downplay who Kodak Black is, I already know other artists are going to separate from you, because what you just did was gossip and tell about things you shouldn't be getting on the camera and spilling the beans. And who's to say if it's not the truth or not? You're trying to deflect from your situation with Diddy, and Meek Mill carries on even more. So now Meek says they target the black leaders and y'all blanks be letting them. We never gonna advance as a race if we letting another race control our minds. First of all, Meek Mill, I'm DJ Bless One. With every receipt, I will have a commentary with truth. Meek Mill, you are part of the problem that continued these people to push the medicine that made us fall down in the way we are as a society, to now take that route as if some type of form of activism and you are in a better plateau of a higher top level shelf to speak on us is not even laughable. It's flat out disrespectful, and you have yet to change who you are. I do recall when you beat up and got jumped. Well, you didn't get jumped, but you jumped the former Ghost Rider of OVO head honcho Drake. You jumped him at a Foot Locker, allegedly. We're gonna keep it like that. And to see you be the narcissist and spill these things you're spilling, man, I'm just feeling some type of way about you. You did the same thing to one ex-boyfriend of Nicki Minaj named Safari. You not only took his girl from him, but that wasn't good enough for you. You had to then initiate the wolves to pounce on you. And some of them wolves don't even hang with you no more. They're now spilling the beans about you. But let's carry on with Brother Meek X, because he seems to be the best, hasn't come yet with his Twitter fingers. Now, Meek continues going on thinking he could say more of these things and be validated. So you got the likes of Hassan Campbell, who said something that's actually cool and right. He said, Meek, you are the company you keep. Stop trying to hide. You hang out with rich, sweet men. And I'm thinking, yes, this is a form of deflection, nothing else. And he carries on with it. You got a lot of people who used to respect him are laughing at him like a court jester now. You got Sean Cotton, who's going, huh? What is this? Then you got DJ Academics continuously to troll the dude non-stop. And these are just some of the things that's merited in the situation.
We'll be right back after this commercial break.
And yeah, it's activities like that with Diddy and you that got people talking. Now, do I think Meek floats that way with the other team? No. Number one, I wouldn't care if he is or not. That's not my business. That's not my practices. So why indulge and get into that? But we will laugh, Meek. Just like you have laughed at everybody else, you have to take your serving of the piece of the pie, sir. To get on this professional victim rant is disturbing. And I think you're the one with the problems mentally, not Kodak Black. And once again, why would you bring other people's name into this when all this is about you? Once again, you have yet to call out the men who actually started this so-called rumors about you, which is yourself and Little Rod. But let's carry on from here. Now, Meek Mill, you know what I'm saying, as I digress from the earlier statements, Meek says to stay strapped up because America is extremely, hostile. And he said right now. So now he's advocating for this because he's the lead general leading the troops away, and you can't just make this up. So Meek says, make sure you're strapped. In America, it's extremely dangerous on the streets. They have no control. Illegal immigrants everywhere. Automatics, weapons flooded the inner cities. Blank fetties, poison in the most, medicine-induced areas, opioid. I can't say some of these words if you catching the drift, y'all. YouTube algorithm. But let's continue. He says, melting the brains of humans and algorithms, mind control. Meek Mill, sir, judging by you bunny hopping on open tennis courts and you bending over and putting Glock 9s between your thighs and putting French fries between your thighs, sir, I think you're part of the so-called propaganda to push these frequencies to our youth. And a lot of people aren't going to tell you the truth. I think you are the problem in the community. Granted, you help out, you do X, Y, and Z, but yeah, you are part of the system. It's amazing when you guys get disturbing in your own equator and an earthquake comes out of nowhere. Now you brothers start preaching X, Y, and Z. Now you guys are going to tell me he's been advocating for prison reforms and all that. Yes, he advocated it after it happened to him. So in other words, he's no different than the people he's calling out. Now let's continue. He did more rants here. He says, don't follow the heathens. The name of my album for this particular reason, most these people deprogram and lost and depressed. It's amazing he's promoting a song too. Like who would have thought? The man who's bringing all these things forth, who's turning into Foul Sharpton, he's also the guy that's pushing out his own promotion of his music. You cannot make this up. Follow the breadcrumbs and you will see Meek is no different than the rest. So Meek is going into these trials of different rants, and I think mentally he's somewhere else right now, and this doesn't look good, Meek. The only better way you could have done this was just not responding and standing up as a man. Now you're bringing Future into this too, and people are putting you out. You said when Future sent this verse back to me on this, I said, what you trying to do to me, Pluto? Huh? She gave me the mop top all year. Now it's giving some new gear. I got some blank. I'm balling on this year. So, you know what I'm saying? That's somebody exposing Meek's previous zesty tweets towards certain situations. I'm not going to knock him for that, but I just felt some type of way. He brought up Kodak and drugs and all that. He doesn't even realize, or maybe he does. You're the one pushing this false narrative that Kodak is a drug head or whatever. And it's kind of disingenuous by Meek to use Kodak for his BS situation of deflection. I don't know, man. Y'all let me know in the comment sections how y'all feel about this. Do you think Meek Mill is deflecting and doing the most, or do you think he has some merit to what he's saying? Or are you one of them people who know he has some merit to what he's saying, but you just don't respect what he's being involved in and deflecting? Let us know in the comment section. I'm your guy, DJ Bless One, the best one. Make sure you smash that like button and hit the notification bell. Subscribe, like, share, and comment. Love your family, love your kids, and definitely stay blessed, gang. Peace.